neighbor works in small.
That's right, non-stop. My neighbors are coming at me. Echo. Backpack leaf blower. Looks almost new. Belongs to a kid that works for him. He says once you start it, it stalls. Could that be a diaphragm issue again? Well, we'll have to figure it out someday. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blows. Welcome to another episode. As you saw, my neighbor from across the street, I fixed a snowblower like 4 years ago, whatever. He brought this to me yesterday. He says a kid uses it and he works for him. I don't know what that means. Anyway, it looks like a very new condition, Echo PB-755ST. I definitely do not have the carburetor in stock. I mean, how many of you guys without a shop has carburetors in stock for every model of shit, you know? So I'm going to probably order one from Hipa. It looks like it's in really good condition, like new almost. It's got two-stroke gas. Assumably, it's pink or violet in color. And everything looks like it's in great shape. Let's just take the air cleaner off for a second just to see if it's clogged. But given the look of this machine, it's unlikely. He says it starts for like 30 seconds, shuts right off. Could the diaphragm be bad already from a new looking machine like this? Look at this. It's pristine. Well, it doesn't make any sense to me. Put it to choke, prime it, and it seems like it does work. Sucking fuel from the gas tank, pushing out, back into the gas tank again. Let's give it a couple pulls, see what happens. Sounds like just air fuel mixture. So it starts up, it runs, but once you try to trigger a little bit, it wants to bog, which means that not enough fuel is getting through the jets to the carburetor for the demand of your throttle. So either something's blocking a jet, which is doubtful because look at the pristine look of this. This is like a brand new machine, almost. Used a few times. You know that if you buy a new machine, you use it once and it looks like this. But given the look of everything else, it's super clean. Looks like good gas. He's obviously always put it in there. Doubt that it's scored, whatever. I think this just needs an air-fuel mixture adjustment. But this carburetor doesn't appear to have one. We're going to take this air cleaner base off and just study it a little bit more. Got this little plate here. And it pulls right off, just like that. Gasket's there. This cover has that plate here, the two studs. Studying the throttle, as you can see. It opens up full like that. Doesn't look unusual. Has full range. Maybe not completely full range, but almost full range. This is the idle screw that keeps it running at idle. As you can see, there is no fuel adjustment screws at all. You can't adjust this at all. Let's take the part with the diaphragm off right here. See if there's any debris blocking the mesh part of the fuel intake. Phillips. Top part, primer. Middle part, the valve and the pump. Diaphragm. Looks pristine. Nothing looks wrong with this. Really, I didn't see anything wrong with it. There's no jets to adjust. Just blew out everything. Everything looked brand new. I don't understand. Don't get it. Only thing I can think of is to replace the carburetor. I see absolutely nothing wrong with it. It just refuses to run at high throttle. Bogs down at just quarter throttle. Fortunately, with these newer models, they make it easy for you to remove the spark arrestor. This is very hot, so I was using caution. This stuff just came out, 4 screws, Phillips. As you can see, the spark arrestor. There's a little bit of carbon on the top, but you can see clearly it's not blocked. Spray some carb cleaner. I know, it could have started a fire. Doesn't matter if it's on choke or run, still the same. And I think I saw the spark arrestor blow out, right? I'll have to find that. See on the inside, super clean. Just don't get it. Spark arrestor was a pain to get back in there again. Clean the carburetor, checked all the lines, everything looks good. Clean fuel. If it's 2-stroke fuel, I'm assuming it is because it looks like it. And it's clean. No obstructions. The thing is brand new, you know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. The fuel filter dropped off. Take a look. Fuel filter has come off the fuel line. But that shouldn't really affect the way the throttle is. Remove this grommet. Fish that fuel filter out, reconnect it, stick it back in. Then we'll try it. Alright, so I fished out the filter and the little thing that goes on here that holds it on there. And this is designed well because you can just slip that back in there again along with the grommet. Push it in like a slotted screwdriver. Push the grommet back in. Like I said, this thing is like brand new. I don't see anything wrong with it other than this. Put the cap back in, bend that. Now we'll try it, we'll see. It was difficult to fish it out without having to drain all the gas, you know what I mean? So I had to fish it out with these tools. But I got her done. And I guess if the fuel is kind of spread out from a filter, it's easier to suck, I guess. But Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think it's going to do anything. But you never know. It's the only thing wrong with it. Of course it doesn't make any difference, but it was the only thing wrong with it. I'm going to take the spark plug out just to see. So I removed the spark plug. Like new, gapped correctly. Here's wet, which is normal. It was running, not just not well. I'm whipping out the old boroscope. Pretty clean. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong. Of course, that's the bore. We won't know what the piston looks like unless you took the muffler off. Which, given the evidence of what we've seen so far, this is like brand new. There's no way that piston's messed up because it starts pretty easily. It just doesn't rev up at full throttle. So, still can't figure it out. Bogs when you go past a quarter throttle, which is a joke. This carburetor is non-adjustable. You cannot adjust the high-low fuel-air mixture. If you could, this wouldn't be a problem. Took the spark plug out, boroscoped the entire bore, checked out the top of the piston. Everything looks new. Took the spark arrestor off, new. Everything was new. Took the carburetor apart, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Looked new. The only thing we found that was wrong with it was the fuel filter fell off the pickup line. That's not a big deal. As long as the pickup line is pointed downwards, sucking fuel, that should be it. Yes, it is kind of dispersed more when you have a fuel filter on it, but put it back on again, fished it out, still didn't make any difference. The only thing it could be is a faulty carburetor. But was the dude using it for, is this the stock OEM one from when he bought it? How could it go bad so fast? It still looked new to me. I'm going to order a new carburetor from my friends over at Hipa. Remember, go to hipastore.com and get 10% off with code name Henry. Get your discount. Link is in the description. I'll continue this when I get the new carburetor. See you later. So I went inside, had some lunch, thinking clearly, and I recalled that a few years ago I made a video about an Echo handheld leaf blower that had a hidden fuel mixture adjustment screw. So I decided to poke around here, and I do see this black thing there. There's the carburetor, and that black thing usually has some kind of cover on it, and that doesn't look like there's any way I could adjust that. It looks like an oblong type shape. So I whipped out my Hipa parts, comprehensive carburetor air fuel mixture adjustment tools, and I found this one. That kinda looks like it. So you gotta start her up, let her run. If it's turning at all. So I actually pulled it out. Didn't seem to make any difference at all. It's like a circle with a straight line at the end. It didn't work at all. Did go all the way in strong. messing with this for a long time. It doesn't matter how much you do the fuel mixture, it doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. But if you put the choke almost to the top, almost full choke, so something's wrong with the carburetor. Even though it looked brand new and clean, there's still something wrong with it. So we're just gonna wait for the carburetor to come. It just didn't make any, it wasn't consistent, you know what I mean? So we'll just replace the carburetor when it gets here. Steve's getting his driveway sealed soon, so we're trying to get the dead weeds out. 5 years ago, I did my driveway with these same guys. It cost $150 back then. Now 5 years later, $300. That's why I didn't do mine. Too cheap. Came out great. They even patched the cracks for like $50. One day I'll do it myself. See how much that costs me. The guy says it's gonna cost me more to do it myself than pay them. Probably.
This is what you want. You want to start using these things.
I have 4 or 5 of those, yeah.
You have the EcoFlow?
I have portable power stations.
Yeah, EcoFlow.
I have like 4 or 5 of them. They're great. My last blackout, I actually used one. It powered my TV, my router. I was the only nut in the neighborhood that was watching the game. People were walking by in a dark neighborhood, and he's watching the game.
So it's pulling, right now it's pulling 1100 watts.
Oh, I see.
1172 watts. It's charging. So that battery is going through the inverter. DC, this comes in DC here. It's coming out AC current. And now it's charging this battery.
How about it? That's great.
With the Bouge RV, there's 3,000 watts.
3,000 watts? Scares the hell out of me.
So you can make 3,000 watts out of this, convert it into from DC to AC power.
So this is kind of like a fuse.
Right.
And what's that?
This is just electricians have this.
I see.
So you can check to see if it's
you can check the voltage, the ohms,
if it's hooked up right.
Right. Amperes, right?
So I didn't want to even mess around with anything. I wasn't buying anything if this wasn't showing me the right voltage.
I gotcha. So what's it showing?
So right now it's 118, which you want it close to 120.
Oh, really?
So in your house it's 120.
Yes.
A regular plug is 120.
Yes.
And then the bigger appliance is 240.
Yeah, AC, right.
So this tells you what the current is. Before it was 120, but
well, it's probably because of this thing, right?
It's pulling a little less now. Let's see what it's pulling over here. So over here, it's 118 again also. So these are all 20 amp. 20 amp. This is 25 amp.
So I'm over here, guys. We're with Anthony and with Deputy Chief.
And Pastor Anthony.
And Pastor Anthony. I'm sorry, what was your first name?
Kevin.
Deputy Chief Kevin. And they're buying a couple of batteries that I had. You know, the more I talk to this guy, the more I feel like maybe I should get into this. But you guys know electricity scares the bejesus out of me. But So
It
we're
shouldn't. It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
yes, but it's also fatal if you don't know what you're doing.
You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah,
That's true.
and I definitely don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, so he's gonna buy this 460 amp per hour LifePo 4 battery. It's a monster. It's like 100 pounds, and he's just doing a test to make sure everything's copacetic. And right now it is. Right?
5,888 watt hours.
I mean, that just, to me, that number is just so high.
That's a lot of storage.
Yes, sir. They drove all the way from New Jersey to see this.
This converts it, the DC power, to AC power, so I can charge this battery right here.
Very cool.
Just to make sure it works. Everything's working.
So it's been a week because my carburetor got lost in the mail, so they had to send out another one. Look at my Betsy Ross flag I got from Memorial Day. I love that era. That's why I got that flag. Anyway, so this is a new cart that I also picked off the street. It's pretty cool. It has wheels on them, really sturdy. Stainless steel. Figured it'd be a good table for me to work on stuff outside. New carburetor from hypastore.com. This kit comes with a new air filter, fuel lines with the grommet and vent hose, fuel filter, gasket, spark plug, and extra primer bulb. Here's the new carburetor. And look, this one has an air fuel mixture screw, so you can adjust the air fuel mixture. I hope this works. So now we're going to do the carburetor replacement, because we've troubleshooted this thing thoroughly, and a new carburetor is the only thing I can think of that will fix the problem. 4mm hex tool. So we're gonna have to disconnect this. Let's compare. As you guys saw, I tried messing with the hidden screw, didn't work. This one has an actual slotted screw adjustment. As you can see from here, we'll just disconnect this. Put it on this. Disconnect this. We're gonna have to loosen these two bolts, nuts, to the outer. Pops out, push, just like that, see? There's the old carburetor. Test it with the throttle. So if you want it to pull more, just adjust this. I kind of want it to pull a little bit more. So you loosen this, you pull that or this way. That feels better. This gasket's still good. There's actually no gasket over here. Does this do that? Yeah. The outer gasket isn't really that important. This inner gasket is most important. But we had one, so I'm going to shove it on there. Up his choke. Gas lines are good, so we don't need to change them. There's some priming. As you can see, the return line is now shooting it back down after sucking up gas from the pickup. Let's try it now. It's on. It's on choke. Primed it. How about that? So there we go. Super easy fix. Just replace the carburetor with a brand new Hipa carburetor. Ran perfect with no further adjustments. If we just did that from the very start, I'd have a 3-minute video. But I wanted to troubleshoot all the different ways that you could get this kind of problem, not powering up. The spark arrestor thing would probably be the culprit to that, aside from the throttle. Just looking at the carburetor from the beginning, this thing looks brand new. Why would the carburetor fail in such a short time? As you can see, even though after we took the carburetor apart, everything looked great, new carburetor fixed the problem as we suspected. Once again, thanks a lot to Hipa for the carburetor. This leaf blower is ready to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue to bring you small engine content like this one. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.